gentle parenting. It's become a trend on TikTok and Instagram, where gentle parenting is where you don't spank your children, basically.
You don't.
But the Bible says if you spare the rod, you spoil your child. What do you guys think about that? Especially since you guys are all parents.
There's the definition of rod, though. What?
Well, it's a stick or a switch. You know, all right. Proverbs 19:18 says, "Chasten your son while there is still hope. Spare not for his crying." In other words, the parent is to reprimand the child while the character can still be molded. And so, I mean, we've seen permissive, gentle parenting since Dr. Spock in the 60s, and it really has bred about 4 or 5 generations of young people that really don't respect authority. And, you know, many people have observed if you don't acknowledge the authority of man, you won't really acknowledge the authority of God.
Sure.
And so children, look, a little pat on the bottom will not hurt them. I worked for James Dobson. He was head of pediatric psychiatry at UCLA Med School, brilliant guy. He taught corporal punishment. In other words, spank your child.
Well, so the only thing I can speak to is when Mark was coming up, my son, your husband, who I think turned out very fine. We spent the majority of time, and I wasn't Gen Z or anything. I'm rough around the edges, right? I talked to him to make sure he understood what was going on. I think I spanked him only like twice.
Yeah.
But it was to the point where it was like there was the only thing left. And so when I have a parenting class I call License to Parent, I put up a picture of an angelic kid, like his little cartoon thing. Like, some of y'all have this kid, you don't need to. And then I put up a little hellion thing. I'm like, some of y'all got this kid, and the only thing they're going to listen to is a switch. Be in tune with God as far as how you are raising your child, I think, is the most important thing. But I want to say this. I have seen parents beat the ever-living love out of their kids. That's not biblical.